And right now, we're going to bring you the story of a woman who remains trapped in an apartment in Houston. Her name is Louise Walker, and she's with me now live this morning. Louise, I can see you. I'm looking forward to talking to you and hearing your story. How are you this morning?
We're out of the water for now. It just started back raining about an hour ago, so the water is rising yet again. It's like a seesaw almost. It rains, it goes up, and then the rain succeeds for a moment. The water flushes back out, only for it to rain again and rise once more.
So you're not getting a lot of sleep, I'm thinking, there in your home.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. Just in little spurts.
Can you sent us some video so we can show people exactly what happened in your apartment. So let's take a look at that together. Tell me your story, Louise, when the flooding hit your ground level apartment. Tell me about that.
Well, at about 9:30 last night, it got to its highest, where it was right at my door. It wasn't coming in the house yet, though, but it was right at my door. And we waited it out just to see what it would do, and it did. It did go down momentarily. And at about 10 o'clock this morning, I have a 13-year-old son and a 7-year-old daughter. And my son, he just ran into my room and was like, "Mom, it's coming in the house. It's coming in the house." And we literally swam to our neighbor's upstairs house. It's just so much water.
You swam to your neighbors? I mean, the figure of speech, but you went upstairs to your neighbors on a second floor. Is that right?
We were waist deep going up to my neighbor's house.
So when you say your son, you've got 2 kids.
That is the rain in the background. It's just dumping rain on us. It's just relentless. Relentless with the rain. It's just.
That's the sound. We can hear that very clearly through your computer. That is the sound of the rain. Tells us exactly what you're dealing with. So when it got too high, you took your kids upstairs to your neighbors above. How are your children doing?
You know, they're scared and confused and just wants to know when it's going to end. And the news is telling us that the worst is to come. This shall last throughout Wednesday. And I'm wondering, like, where does 25 more inches of rain go? Like, where does it go? How can we bear it?
That's exactly the question, of course. But for you right now, the key thing is, because you're safe on the second floor above, do you feel like you're out of danger? You're not in any imminent danger, Louise?
We get a lot of tornado warnings. There's one coming across the TV or across our phone about every 5 minutes, and you just wonder, which one is the one that's by your house? Which one is going to be the one that you come in contact with? And our complete first level was destroyed. My truck is underwater. My apartment is underwater. It's just everything that we own is just destroyed. And then it's just adding fuel to fire. It just keeps rising in my apartment, coming down, and then it'll rise again, flush it out again, come back out of the apartment. When the rain comes back, it just rises over and over again. It's relentless. It doesn't. I just can't even put it into words. I can't wrap my mind around this.
I want to tell people some of the other part to your story, because there's a twist to your story that makes it even more heartbreaking. You moved to the Houston area, as I understand it, Louise, just about a year ago. And why did you leave Louisiana, where you were living?
Baton Rouge had this great rainfall event back in August of 2016, and it was over 9 feet of water. And we relocated here after that storm, only to encounter the same thing August, just a year later, in a completely different environment.
And how do you feel about that?
I feel very unlucky, for one. I just feel like, I mean, it's hard not to blame yourself, but you just ask yourself, I can't understand it. And I know I'm only one of of thousands of people, but to only have experienced this in the same month, just a year prior, it's confusing. I don't even understand it.
So you lost everything in Louisiana, started again, and have lost everything again and now? 1 year ago?
We've relocated here and we have lost everything. Everything. What I was able to salvage was the clothes that I could fit into our suitcases and some important paperwork. But even though it's nothing compared to our life, you know, but things that you work hard for, that you just see floating around in your living room, it just hurts.
Of course it hurts. I'm looking at you. You're so strong. You're so calm. You're holding it together. You're quite an extraordinary woman there, Louise.
I have two small kids, and they're paying attention to my every move. If I'm tapping my finger, if I'm shaking my leg, if I don't laugh at a joke, you know, they want to know why. What's wrong? Why didn't she laugh? You know, is it coming? Is it worse? And I just have to put on a game face for them because they are watching me and they are paying attention to my reaction and emotions, and I don't want to make it worse for them.
So what are you going to do? You're going to wait it out until you get rescued, or are you hoping that you'll be able to just stay put there in that apartment until things settle down?
Hopefully until things settle down. I do just want to, whether the water goes down or not, you just want to leave. You just don't even want to look at it anymore. You don't want to hear it anymore. You just want to go.
Louise, what a story you share. What a pleasure to speak to you. We're going to be thinking of you from here in Canada, you and your children and your neighbor, giving you some shelter there and hoping for the very best for you. We'll keep in touch, okay?
Thank you so much.
Louise, appreciate it. Thank you. Be well.